Burn and Learn with this David Hewlett right here. Oh my God. The late night ones I'm going to try to get out of. I'm going to try to start doing them back in the morning again, because by the end of the day, I'm so wiped out. These things just kill me. Because I've done dog walks and I've done all my prep for tomorrow, which I'll talk about in a second. This is a Burn and Learn. For those of you who don't know, this is my bit to stay alive and fit long enough to enjoy my retirement years with my fabulous son, my brilliant, amazing, beautiful wife, Jane, and our menagerie of pets who I could take or leave. And by take, I would take the gecko, the mystery gecko, Casper, and I would leave the huzzah. That's right. So yes, another 33 minutes today, 33 minutes and 6.8 kilometers of rowing again. It's not getting easier, but it's over earlier than I would have expected it to, if that makes sense. I'm still a disgusting sweaty mess by the end of it, which is ridiculous. I'm just finishing up some printing, which I'll show you now. These are the cutest little things. This was, here you go, is Derpy Cat. That is a little few rows of Derpy Cats for tomorrow's Pancake Winter Festival down at the community center. I don't know exactly where it is. I gotta find out where it is exactly, because yeah, but it's early. We got to get there really early. Poor Jane said she'd come and help, and I was like, "Don't! It's too freaking early." So I'll try to talk her into sleeping in, and I'll go. But I've got myself all sorted out. I had a couple of issues with the Pancake bot. So the Pancake bot is this brilliant thing that Miguel invented. It is basically a 2-axis. Does that make sense? 2-axis. It's almost like a CNC that doesn't go up and down, and it can basically spit out little designs for pancakes and stuff. So I've played with a couple of them. I tried to. I don't know if they'll work or not, because there's definitely a knack to it. But I've got a Derpy Cat pancake and I've got a Pokemon pancake, because I thought that'd be kind of fun. And I've also just got these my favorite ones are actually these mathematical ones that just basically, like the old spirograph, just go around and create line after line after line, and it creates this wonderful sort of snowflake looking thing. So I'm doing that for the kids tomorrow. The pancake printer, a couple of things. And this is the joy. This is like talking to Cone yesterday, where we talk about how you just never know when something you learn is going to be useful. And in this case, it was the limit switches on this thing. It was doing these weird noises, and I was like, what the hell? It sounds like someone's like trying to fire a Gatling gun. And of course, I look and I see that there's a limit switch, and I go, wait a second, and I give it a little push, and then there you go, it's fine. So a little adjusting of the limit switch, and the thing's working beautifully again. Next problem, the batter that I use, I don't like to have to sieve it every time, because trying to sieve it, it's so messy, it takes up so much time, it wastes so much of the stuff. So and I was dreading it, because I thought, oh God, I'm probably gonna have to do it, because it keeps stopping, it keeps getting jammed. Well, I went in with a very, very hot nail, and I increased the size of the tube, the nozzle for it, and just pulled apart and put back together the whole pump system, just to make sure, because I think there was something going wrong in there as well. But it wasn't getting the right kind of pressure. And I'll tell you, that little sucker moves. It's like it's working. So I've got 2 giant bags. I went and bought like ridiculous amount of pancake mix, and I've mixed that up. So I've got 2 basically like giant freezer bags of pancake mix at exactly the right consistency to work with the Pancake bot tomorrow. And I got a bunch of squeezy bottles so people can do their own if they want to, if they don't want to wait for the printer. And then, as I say, I've got a bunch of these little Derpy Cats and some Pokemon and stuff that I'm gonna give out when I'm there as well. If people want them, it depends. I like some years there's like nobody there. I mean, not nobody, but there's some days there's like 3 or 4 people, and other times it's like it's a mad rush. So we'll see how things are going. I mean, I definitely feel this year that people are struggling a bit more. I feel like even I am, to that matter. I mean, I've done pretty well this year, but at the same time, stocking stuffers, and there's nothing under like $40 that's just for a little thing to put in the stocking. So anyways, I got a great gift for Jane. I'm not going to tell you now because she's downstairs. She might hear me, but it's great. And it was, and I love it because it's one that I've been hunting for a very long time, and I'm very, very excited about that. Who we got in here? Hello, Haley and Paperclips and Wholesome Vampire and Aaron 88 and Tardis and Timbits and Bill Kegs and Hugh something. Brian Baker, Phoenix Sterling, hello, Fraggle the Dragon. How are you, Fraggle Dragon? I knew you'd go live as I was about to go to bed. I apologize. Here's the deal, though. I was late last night. I got up to do exercise at 11 o'clock today, like my son likes to schedule for me, apparently. And I couldn't do it. I was like, no, I'm still too achy from the last time. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go with the nights. Tomorrow, probably not going to want to exercise. It's Saturday. I'm going to be up at the crack of dawn doing pancakes for people I don't know. And man, there's always a couple. There's always a couple of people there where you're like, oh, please don't stand around talking. Please move on. But for the most part, it's wonderful. And for me, it just takes one or two kids to go like, hey, that's really cool. How would I do that or whatever, how would I build that or whatever? Just get them excited about the sciencey stuff. And that makes it all worthwhile for me. And of course, the great advantage of doing the Christmas fair, no, it's not Christmas fair, but winter fair. I call it Christmas because that's all I know. And what's nice about that is that even if they don't learn something, they get a couple of pancakes and they get some fun out of it. And yeah, so I have so much respect and appreciation for the community centers in this city. I don't know about the ones anywhere else. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because the ones in Warwickshire were pretty great as well with Papa and Janestad and stuff. So yeah, definitely. I mean, the community centers just, I think, is kind of a wonderful thing for a grinchly old guy who doesn't like people. I'm amazed at how much I've enjoyed helping out there when I could, and the amazing job that they did with Baz and his friends, like getting them sorted out with summer jobs and the various different skills and training that they need to get stuff done, like CPR and all that kind of stuff. They've just been amazing. I just so in my own pathetic little way, I show up and make a few pancakes. I don't know if that's a real good trade-off, but anyways, it's fun for me and I think more fun for the kids. So that's probably a good thing. And the parents seem to like it too, and they get a free breakfast out of it. And this year, I don't even have to buy the maple syrup. How great is that? They've got their own maple syrup this year. So last year, Jesus, I couldn't get over how expensive maple syrup was. I got the pancakes. I got the printer. I got a bunch of little sticks, because what you do is, and this is Miguel's brilliant idea, you start the pancake, you drop a little like stir stick thing on it, and then you continue with the print, and then you flip it over and you get the pattern and you get a little stick, and then they can eat it without having to worry about knives and forks and all that kind of stuff. Just dip it in some syrup or whatever. So really cool. Kind of looking forward to it. Mom's working on I say mom because she's mom's right now, because she's looking after the two twins and not the two twins, the two who are twins. Or there'd be two twins, it'd be four kids, right? No, two. The two girls, Baz, and she's making some fabulous dinner for everybody. And so I'm going to run down and do that as soon as I get the yell for that. Although hopefully not too soon, because I just got off the thing and it's I'm feeling a little anyways. So the learn part, the Burn&Learn, really fascinating stuff. Again, back on this selfish gene thing. And the thing that got me on this one, this was really neat. So basically he's talking about, let me see if I get my head around this stuff first. Did I bring a drink up? I hope I did. Nope, I did. Okay, I'm gonna wait. That's fine. So he was talking about how we this great example of like using a sci-fi novel. So there's a sci-fi novel called Andromeda, A for Andromeda, something like that, an older one. And the idea basically is this place is too far away, and it takes like 200 years for a message to get out there. So they send a message out, and they're like, but what's the point? You can't talk back and forth because everyone's be dead by the time you get sorted out. So what do? They send the instructions for a computer, and then that computer is then built by humankind. It turns out to be a computer to basically act in their stead. They trained it basically to do what they wanted, and to obviously transmit and communicate what they wanted to this other planet or any other planet, as the case may be. And that's how they figured out this insurmountable time difference between how far they are away from each other. Because FTL, very difficult, if not impossible. Probably impossible, I'm afraid. God, that's gonna suck. But anyways, and also just the mechanical ability to get that far would have been prohibitive for them. So they do this, and I'm like, why is he talking about sci-fi? I love him, but I'm rowing away and I'm listening and I'm going, where's he going with this? His example is, he goes, okay, so genes are like those aliens. And what they do is they create a nervous system that can respond for them much, much faster than they can respond with their creation of proteins and all that kind of stuff. Just the idea that to overcome this time difference that plant-like speeds, although probably not plant-like speeds, but certainly at much, much lower speeds than the actual movement of us, of our muscles and stuff. How do they take control or maintain control of this vessel in which they are trying to keep their genes alive? How do they continue that without being so slow that they're useless, right? So I just thought that was a fascinating analogy that he used this sci-fi book, and it really got me thinking, because I'm like, there's definitely a fun story in there. I mean, obviously they've already done it. I'll have to read it. A for Andromeda, I think it was called, and sort of see how they figured it out. But I really love that idea. It reminded me of was it the Explorers, where they get sent the instructions to build a sphere that allows them to fly to the kids, to the aliens spaceship for a play date or something. Fabulous movie. I loved it. Just loved it. Always loved the ones where they built, the idea of like kids building spaceships and stuff was always just fascinating to me. Anyways, and if you're watching, I don't know if anyone's watching, what is it? Pluribus. Pluribus is fascinating because they take a different approach. Well, I'm not going to, just in case someone hasn't watched it, I'm not going to go into it. But basically, they've come up with a really fascinating way about how potentially, an alien race might be able to communicate and interact with a human population. So, hello, Brian. I'm so sorry I went live so late, Fraggle, but I got to get the exercise in, right? Yeah, The Explorers isn't amazing. Pluribus, that's it. I love the movie Explorers. Oh, good. I'm not alone on that. Please tell me Rodney McKay is making a guest appearance on the new Stargate. I hope so. Darker Than Black. I really hope so. I listened today to Martin Guerra talking about Martin Guerra and Michael Shanks. Actually, I was out for my dog walk and I thought, you know what? I'm going to be a good Stargate nerd. I'm going to listen up. And I got to say, I was very, very impressed with both of them. Specifically Martin, just for he's the one in charge of this stuff now. And I thought he handled himself really, really well. The Stargate nerds are fabulous. Geeking out about this stuff. The guys who run Gate World, just wonderful. Just both of them, just absolutely wonderful people I enjoy talking to and have enjoyed talking to the entire time we've been off. Since I've left the show. But so they were talking to Guerra about it and the stuff he can say and the stuff he can't say. The stuff that I thought was really interesting was that they're putting together a writer's room now. So he said that could mean anywhere from a year to 2 years, around there, for how long it'll take to actually start seeing something. But what I was very happy to hear, and again impressed with the way he's rolling this out, is that he was saying that there will be updates. Like, he wants to be in touch and let people know what's going on. So, who knows? Maybe they'll sort of mention casting stuff, or maybe they'll mention story ideas or whatever, or people who've come on board to help with the writing or whatever. So I just thought that was it was great. It was really, I think it's really smart. I feel like they have learned from their mistakes with the perhaps taking some of the fan base for granted at times. I think we've all done it to some extent, but you just sort of assume there's always going to be a Stargate type thing, right? But I just really love the way he's sort of spearheading the stuff and the way he's putting the information out there. So I highly recommend heading over to Dial the Gate, check out those interviews. They're great. And then you will know as much, if not more, than I do. So, it was really funny. Actually, he was talking about some of his favorite episodes, and what I loved was they all had McKay. They all have, every episode did to some extent, but I really enjoyed the fact that he had sort of fond memories about the same kind of episodes that I did as well. So I could maybe want to watch them again. Actually, he said a great thing. He said that these are a bit like home videos, because we remember the process of making them, and so watching the home video, watching the episode of the show, is a bit like sort of getting reminded of all the fun and perils that we had in shooting these things. So yeah, it was interesting. The fact that McKay and Mrs. Miller was his favorite, is his sort of standout favorite, it's wonderful. It's fantastic. It was great. And it was a great episode. So, it was just really great news hearing that it's being finally, Gate World now has a Discord. Oh my God, how many Discords can you join though? I can't keep track of it. I have my own Discord and I can't keep track of it. Flemmy Hamilton, how are you? And yes, I love those guys at Dial the Gate. Aren't they amazing? They really are. I mean, and they've stuck with it. Like they have weathered through a wasteland of Stargate stuff. I cannot commend them enough on that. I'm so impressed, and I hope to get a chance to talk to them about it at some point as well. I'm really interested in what Isaac. Oh my God, what have I've just blanked on the poor guy's name. Isaac Arthur. I'm really curious to know what Isaac Arthur has to say about this stuff. And I kind of want to ask him about that A for Andromeda thing, because I think that's kind of fascinating. I also want to talk to him about Pluribus. But anyways, point to get together with Isaac Arthur, have a little video chat like we do in an I'm with Stargate Genius way, and talk about what we would like to see in the way of science and tech stuff that's being explored in the new Stargates. You have to join me. For that. It should be fun. I'm curious if it feels weird to see yourself act in Stargate. Shaggy DGH. It's weird seeing yourself in anything. I mean, the weird thing about actors, or the pathetic thing about actors perhaps, is that, there can be an entire war scene with planes going down and people fighting and stuff like that. If you're in there somewhere, you're just looking for you. That's the first couple of times you see the show. That's all you're doing. I found it really interesting watching stuff later, like much later, when I'd kind of forgotten the process and sort of forgotten any of the sort of emotional memory side of stuff, and just got into like watching Cube again after so many years. Was just amazing. It wasn't me. I didn't see me. I saw some young actor who had great hope. It was really weird. It's like watching someone else. And I think probably sitting down to watch them now would be similar. I mean, I really wondered about maybe sitting down and watching some of the ones that Garrow had mentioned, because it might be just kind of fun to sort of jog the memory on those myself. Where can I watch The Dog's Breakfast legally? J.O., someone was saying it's on Prime now. I think it may be because it was bought by MGM. I think it may be it may be on Prime Video. And if not, get an illegal version and just watch it, because frankly, I just like the fact that people are watching it. I shouldn't tell you to pirate it, but the reality is if you can't find it anywhere else, this is the, oh my God, rant. Cue the rant. This is why I think our industry is in trouble. And when I say our industry, I mean the film television industry, because it is easier and more convenient to pirate shows and movies than it is to run around trying to find which thing you're subscribed to, which you're not subscribed to. Invariably, the thing you want to watch is on something you're not subscribed to, or is an extra fee added on to whatever it is you're subscribed to. And this was the thing that they haven't learned anything from Napster. Napster was convenient. People are willing to pay for stuff, but the convenience is much more of a draw for people. We need to make films and television shows more and for a reasonable cost. The idea that I want to watch a movie, but I got to wait like 6 weeks for it to go from $24.99 to rent it down to to being available on whatever one of my streamers and stuff like that. It's like, this is not a system that's designed for the audience. This is a system that's designed for antiquated old dinosaurs who shouldn't be running studios. So yeah, it really frustrates me. So, and I've always said, I feel like if people pirate a movie and they enjoy the movie, I mean, I think I would be very curious to see what the payback was on that, because I'm sure they're buying posters. I'm sure they're if they see it in a bargain bin, they're going to buy it now because they know they like it. They're gonna take an interest in the people who are making it. Movies are meant to be seen. You know what I mean? They're not meant to be hidden away behind a million paywalls and then while you're trying to watch it, it's pitching you 10 other shows. Anyways, there you go. Get off my lawn. There you go. That's it. Not on Prime. Not at all. It's terrible nowadays. I agree with your rant. Well put. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark, for agreeing with me. Unfortunately, I learned Canadian through pirating Stargate back in the day, so I would not have to wait for 2 years to have it available in my country. Exactly. That's the issue, right? I mean, this is the frustrating thing. I mean, Tammy Pandy, I wish every billionaire was like Gabe N. Really. All these platforms is now costing more than, that's it. It adds up to more than cable now. Exactly. And I'm not saying like, let's all get us off that way, but just come on. There's gotta be a more accessible way of doing this stuff. I mean, Apple proved that people will pay for music. They just will pay for it when it's convenient, when it's easier to go and when it's easier to open up your phone and play a song and get charged for it than it is to go on the internet, try to find one, find a bad one, find one that's you know, then you got a virus, then you got like, you know, it was less convenient to do that. And now, honestly, I mean, you know, hop on Plex, hop on one of these like streaming services that, you know, these illegal streaming services. There's so much stuff out there, and it is impossible. It is impossible, even for me, who's, you know, like I say, I had a really good year, but I can't pay any more subscriptions. It's insane. I got Pancake mix to buy. I also got a bunch of piping bags. So this is my idea, and I don't mean like bagpipes. I mean, they're like for decorating cakes. And I thought, oh, if we run out of things for them to do squeezy designs with, we'll give them one of these bags. They can put a little bit of pancake mix in there and they can squeeze out their own pancakes that way. A little cheaper, a little easier to do. I'm just looking for ways that they can, to keep the kids and families interested and make it sort of a fun thing for them tomorrow. So, and that's my little Tech Bandits contribution for the year, which seems kind of pathetic. I mean, I guess we're doing the escape room stuff right now, which is good too. Matt, the professors up at University of Toronto, Arthi and Andrew are doing an amazing job incorporating that into the biology course. So, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go have my dinner that my fabulous wife has just made. I had the same issue with Netflix, UK, certain movie shows, other countries shows, movies I wanted to watch on I mean, this is it. That's what I'm saying, Papa Schmee. It's like, it's so frustrating. All right, I better get out of here. When they felt they had enough, we are amazing friends with the Stack Plex. So it was amazing while it lasted. That's why I choose to continue to buy CDs and DVDs, as it's a one-time cost. Yes. Yeah, but CDs are a pain in the ass. I mean, honestly, that's you know, they get scratched. You know, there was a whole time in there where you had to authorize the freaking Blu-rays you had. No, I much prefer the digital stuff. I love it. I love having the digital side of stuff. But as you say, I kind of like a nice library of stuff, you know, that I just own so I can get to it when I want to. I mean, I have like a couple of USB drives of like old Doctor Who episodes and stuff like that, which I enjoyed. But all right, I better get out of here. What am I going to say? I'm going to say be brave, be kind, be brilliant, cheerio, and huzzah. I'm going to say go to techbandits.org. Please do that. Go to techbandits.org. Sign up for my email of awesomeness. It's free, but it would really help me out. I'm trying to sort of grow the numbers there and have that as my outlet, as my creative and scientific and marketing, for want of a better word, outlet. And if you go to techbandits.org, you will also find that there's a shop there. You can buy some McKay friendly Stargate inspired stuff that I've come up with, because frankly, there wasn't enough McKay stuff for my taste. And then lastly, but certainly not least, if you want to help out things like Pancake Mix and get myself to and from the community center. No, I'm happy to cover all the cost of that. But if someone wants to help out, it's much appreciated. And there is a Patreon there if you want to help out with that. So thank you. Yes, be brave, be kind, be brilliant, cheerio. I know I've already said that. How many days till Christmas? Oh my God, I'm so behind. Like, I just think I'm just going to embrace my inner Grinch and just like go with it. Like, just go. Yeah, no presents. Bah humbug. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you very much, Icarus Links. That's yeah, no, you guys are awesome. It's amazing. I got to say, this is my little treat for doing the exercise, and I appreciate people showing up for it. Why you show up to see this sweaty old Stargate guy complaining about exercise, I don't know, but I love you for it. Talk to you soon. I'm going to go have a delicious dinner now. Bye. Did I get it? No, I didn't. I don't think I managed to end it. I didn't manage to end the stream. I want to hang with McKay. Well, you can when I next show up to do exercise. Let me try ending the